Okay, I guess we are live. There you go. And this is another intervention video. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I had a comment from somebody who's got issues, and I have to address this again. I thought we'd beat this subject to death, but evidently not. I had someone make a comment on one of my videos recently saying that we got some Englanders in the house saying that they wanted to buy a Rolex because it was a good investment. So it just really worries me when people think about their watch as an investment. It's telegraphing to me that they probably shouldn't be buying the watch in the first place. It's telegraphing to me that they're stretching to buy this watch, and the reason they're buying it is they think it's going to hold its value or even go up in value like an investment. And that's a recipe for disaster. So I informed this gentleman who commented on my video that if he keeps thinking about watches as investments, that's a surefire way to stay broke. And you're not going to convince people, just change the subject. I've convinced a lot of people, actually. I've actually gotten feedback from people that have sold their watches and are very happy that they got out of a number of their watches now when the market is kind of hot, and have whittled down their collection to one or maybe two watches that they actually wear and actually use. And I've gotten feedback that they're so much happier that they've done that. So actually some people have been convinced. But you're right, some people are never going to be convinced. They're going to go out with their credit card and they're going to buy that steel Rolex because the AD called them and said, hey, I got the steel Rolex you want. And they're going to go in and be happy to pay list price for the gold Submariner, not gold, no, I'm sorry, steel Submariner. The gold one would probably be a good move. But anyway, they're gonna go in there with their credit card and buy that thing and go in debt, further in debt, because it's an investment. So there's going to be people that are going to do that, but there are people that are rethinking that whole concept and that are getting rid of watches they don't need and can't afford and whittling down to maybe one watch. Let's see. I've heard you say spend a week's worth salary on a watch. I work 2 jobs and using my second income to save and buy a gold stunner. That's not the same thing, Peter. That's not the same thing. So let's say that you save up, let's say you're going to spend $10,000 on the gold stunner. Let's use a number. And you save up $10,000 and you buy that gold stunner. I hope you really like it, depending on how old you are. That could turn out to be a very expensive $10,000 watch. Because if you were to take that same $10,000 and make wise investments with it, it should double every 7 years. So in 7 years, you've got $20,000. Another 7 years later, you've got $40,000. So that's just 14 years down the road. You've got $40,000. I hope you really like that gold stunner. I hope it's worth $40,000 to you. So do the math. Think about these things before you, make a decision that's going to be very costly. You have a heart for people and looking out for their good. Most will need to make the mistakes before they realize that it was not a good idea, like investing in a Rolex. Yeah, but if they hear it from me and maybe then they'll hear it from somebody else or whatever, then hopefully at some point they learn faster and it doesn't take them as long to learn. Like I learned some of these things. It took me a little longer because the internet wasn't even around back in the day, right? And so you had to learn things other ways. It wasn't as easy to pick up knowledge as it is now. So hopefully more people will make the right decisions. So now here's the thing. If you can use that gold stunner to make money, if you can somehow monetize it by doing videos on YouTube, whatever, if there's some ways that you can monetize that, then that might change the 34 years old. So yeah, you're a young guy. You've got a lot of runway ahead of you where that money that you're talking about can earn a lot more money for you. Delayed gratification. If you can put off buying that gold stunner for a while and instead invest your money wisely, build up a nice nest egg that is making you a lot of money, then you can take that week's income, because you'll be making a lot of money at that point. And so you might be making $10,000 a week, right? So now you can take $10,000 and buy a watch, and it's not going to have any effect on you. It's just 1 week's salary. But it just, I could just tell. Oh, somebody's at the door. Hold on 1 second. This is what live TV is all about. You see who's at the door. Hello. Hi, are you selling cookies?
Uh-huh.
In the neighborhood in a couple days. But I'm sure they will buy them. Okay. Talk to Craig, and Craig said that they would buy them, and I'm sure they'll buy them. Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
It's good to see you all out working. That's good. Oh, can I just give you a tip? Let me see if I have any money. I'm going to go out with money. I'll be right back. Oh, boy. I wish they had the cookies. I'd eat the cookies. Let's see. Go up here and get some cash money for the Girl Scouts. Where's some cash? It's always good to have cash. Let's see what we got here. Get some change. There we go. Let's give them each $20. What the heck? They're out there working in the cold. Give them each some money. All right. Happens. You got a big house. You got to go a long way to get to the money. Okay. Here you go. Here's a tip. One for each of you. Okay. Take care. Yep. All right. Let's get back to live TV. Live television. Now, sorry about that, folks. The Girl Scouts were here selling cookies. Let's see here. Batman. Oh, I want cookies. There you go. Let's see. I'll have a box. I'll take a box of cookies. Jehovah's Witnesses. Excellent advice. Okay. Now we get caught up. That being said, I had a commitment last year to purchase the Batman for $8,500. I didn't follow through with my purchase. I see now the Batman is now being offered for $12,000 plus. Keep in mind, they're not that easy to sell. Just because somebody's asking $12,000 doesn't mean they can go like that and turn that watch into money. They're not that liquid. There are expenses associated usually with selling them. So it's not a panacea. I want cookies. Well, there you go. Hey, Craig, if someone gave you an option to choose one gift and you would have to wear it every day, which would you choose, a Tudor or a regular Seiko, not Grand Seiko? I'd get the SBDC 007. I did wear that every day. I wore it for 2 years. Very good watch. I'd much rather have that than a Tudor. SBDC 007, that's the Shogun. You can buy them for around $900 all day long. Brand new. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Yeah, this one was pre-owned at a jewelry store. Rolex sub 16610. It's a very good investment. Rolex watch, Rolex sub 1616. What are you talking about as a good investment? A watch is not an investment. No, please learn that. Frederick, whatever your name is, learn a watch is not an investment. Steel watches, I don't care who makes them, Rolex, whoever, they're not investments. It's not even a precious metal, for God's sakes, please. And they do not always hold their value. They're at a peak right now. You're probably going to lose money if you buy one right now. Bad move, okay? Now let's see what else. C is for cookie. There you go. Would you recommend a solid gold Tudor? Can you imagine somebody buying a Tudor? What in the heck are they thinking? 99.99% of any watch is a liability and not an investment. They are consumer goods. The 0.01% are speculated prices due to apparent scarcity. And see, it's not that easy to sell these things. You can't just go somewhere and hand it to somebody and get money. I mean, you take that watch to a pawn shop and see how much they'll give you for it. You're going to be shocked. They're not very liquid. The only investment watch I can say I've had is discontinued watch that's gone up double in value. It's still not an investment. You just, if you get lucky on a random watch here and there, that doesn't make it a good investment. You buy to wear, not to flip. Dummies. Okay. I buy this watch 5 years ago now, much more expensive. I don't know. I don't understand what that means. I saw where you owned the Steinhardt GMT Coke bezel. Did you sell? Yes, I sold pretty much all the watches I had. I did a series of reviews on some watches, and most of them I didn't keep very long at all. Do you think the whole Rolex Steel Sports being impossible to get will eventually go? Yes, duh. It's a bubble. Absolutely, it's going to burst. It's going to, the prices are going to go back. We've already talked about this. They're going to go back to where they were, where you can get a nice discount on them new. And a watch is as liquid as a piece of real estate. No, no. Not anywhere near as liquid as real estate. Real estate, in most cases, is a good investment if you buy right in the first place. You want to make sure you buy it right, and then you can be usually pretty good. And that is liquid. You can definitely sell real estate. Now, depending on the asking price, it might take a little while to sell it, but you know, if you're in a hurry, you can always cut the price, and a buyer will always step up. Same with a watch. I mean, if you cut the price enough, then you can probably sell it very quickly. You're trying to get all the money. I mean, even a jeweler that has foot traffic and all might have a watch in there for sale for a while. The 16610 Rolex I buy 5 years ago, and now this watch is going up like $1,500. Yeah, but if you took that money that 5 years ago and invested it, it would have almost doubled by now. Okay, it's going to double every 7 years. Okay, learn about math. Learn about math. Math is your friend. Is there anything you do buy to flip? Yes, I used to buy and flip Rolexes back in the day. I went through some Rolexes. Some of them I wore for a while and then sold. And I had the advantage where a lot of people around me were into Rolexes, so I was able to sell them to people. So I didn't have to pay anybody to sell them, like eBay commission or anything like that. I just knew people like Paul Faupel. I sold him 3 watches. He still has them. So if you can sell them without incurring any costs, that helps a lot. And of course, buy the watch right. I always bought them with cash, so I always got a good buy on them. If I didn't get a good buy, I didn't buy them. Sort of like what Clive does. He doesn't buy a watch unless he gets a good buy. If you're in the business, if you're buying and selling watches, that's a different story. That's, buying inventory and selling it. It's still not an investment. It's not something you hold long term as an investment. It's inventory. It's like if you're buying and selling cars. I did that a lot too. I bought and sold cars and worked my way up and kept getting better cars that way. What did you do with the first Grand Seiko Snowflake you had, the one that was fluctuating time? I don't remember which one, what do you mean by fluctuating time? Anyway, I gave away one, the first one. And then the second one I sold. So that's the deal on that. You can always rent a house to make money. You can't really rent a watch, or maybe you can. Good point. All jokes aside, I was lucky and got my first Rolex to celebrate my CPA 11610 at an 82 years ago for 8.5% off list. Good. Okay. I had an option to wait 5 days for a Batman. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't want either one. I don't like the maxi case. I would pass on that myself, but some people like it. Congrats, Craig, on generosity with the Girl Scouts. A wise man makes the most pleasure by giving and sharing. Absolutely. Yeah, my gosh, they're out there going door to door, knocking on doors, selling cookies. I wish they'd have had the cookies with them, though. I would have bought some. I don't know if they're as good as they used to be, though. Years ago, they used to really be good. Do you like the Speedmasters, Craig? No, no, pass on those. Craig, who do you have your money on for the big fights tonight? I don't know. I don't follow the fights, Durr. Sorry, I don't follow those. But I like the name Nunez, so maybe we'll go with Nunez. And maybe the first one, maybe Jones. Jones and Nunez. So let's go with that. So I don't think this is going to be a long broadcast because this was just an intervention broadcast. Why didn't they have cookies with them? They just out collecting tips from. No, they're taking orders. They had their little order book, and I guess you give them a deposit, or I don't even know. I didn't get that far because, I wasn't going to order cookies when I'm not going to be here. Masha will be back on the 1st, and I'm sure she'll buy some. But I didn't want to order some and go through all that hassle when I don't even know, what they would want and so on. And so if I was going to be here, I would have ordered them. I wish they would have had them in stock. Absolutely, I would have bought them. Let's see. I'm guessing what they do is they take the order and like a week later they deliver them or something. Used to be back in the day, they would have them with them. I mean, you could buy them on the spot. That was the cool thing. Can imagine you've answered this a million times, but sorry, new to the channel. What's your thoughts on Tudor? We'll pass on Tudor, okay? Pass on Tudor. What did you do for work? Just go to my website, CraigShipp.com. It kind of talks about what I do. And I still do. I'm not finished working yet. Okay, so forget about price, Craig. If a watch store came up to you and said you want a prize and you can choose any watch you want, what watch would you choose? Cookies are not an investment. There you go. Rolex Day-Date, 36 mil, 18 karat gold. That's a nice watch. The little girls who set up shop outside of the head shops are little geniuses. Okay, there we go. Hey, Craig. What do you think about loafers with no socks? We talked about that a little bit in yesterday's broadcast. I think if you're, somebody said if you look like Don Johnson, you know, go ahead and do it. It's okay. The shoes are going to get smelly, I think. How big is your TV? It's big. I don't know, but it's big. Got a big projection TV downstairs too. Would love to watch your opinions on these different topics. Would you ever clip up sections of the live stream a bit like Joe Rogan? I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, so let's get back to the watch. If price were no object, and I think the question was, I think I had to wear it. Was that the question? Forget about price. If a watch store came up to you and said, you want a prize and you can choose any watch. Okay, do I have to wear it, Dan? I assume what you're saying is I have to wear it. I'm not just going to sell it. I mean, obviously, if I was going to sell it, I'd pick some real valuable, like Patek Philippe or something, and then I would just sell it. But let's assume the question is, it's basically saying I have to wear it every day as a daily watch. I'd go with the Grand Seiko Diver. If I had to wear it all the time, because I'd need something rugged, I'd need something easy to read, I need something accurate. I mean, this checks all the boxes. If I needed a combination dress watch, sport watch, probably a 36 mil Day-Date with a black dial. I like pancakes. There you go. You can't resell it and have to wear it. Yeah, so it would be this watch. If one watch to pretty much wear all the time, I can do this watch even with barrel cuffs. I can definitely do it. With some of the French cuffs, it won't really go into the cuff, but I mean, I don't wear those that often. So probably be this watch, maybe a 36 mil Day-Date, one or the other. So that would probably be the way it would be. No, it would not be a Nautilus. Definitely not. Definitely not. What's your opinion on the Ralph Lauren 50% website? So a lot of their stuff is kind of not that great anymore. They've kind of hoarded out their name. A lot of their stuff's made overseas in China and stuff like that. So I would kind of like stay away from their stuff. Rolex gold watch, maybe Day-Date or Yachtmaster. Everyday watch, Patek Nautilus. No, no, not the Nautilus. It's ugly. Nice choice. What are your thoughts on Patek Philippe? I like some of the Calatravas. We've talked about that some in some of our other videos. I like some of the Calatrava case designs. Patek Nautilus and steel, no, we'll pass on that. That's an ugly watch, way overpriced, and not that great a watch. Is that watch you're wearing a 40 mil? No, it's 44. 44 mil, but it really wears more like a 40 mil because of the way the lug designs are, and it just really is nice on wrist and just super comfortable. I was thinking again today about how comfortable this thing is. I mean, it's literally on my watch 24 hours a day most of the time, unless I'm wearing the gold stunner dress watch. This is on my wrist, and it just lives there, and it just likes it there, and it's just super comfortable. Purple Label is top quality but overpriced. All other Ralph Lauren are garbage. Okay, there you go. So I would just go with Hart Schafter Marks or H. Freeman and Sons, or some decent brands. I go to my Flickr. I've got pictures of all the labels there that you might want to look at. Only thing worth a dang from Ralph Lauren was our polo shirts. Yeah, I don't even know if they're any good anymore. Can you offer us young guys life advice, wisdom, secrets? I would follow Dave Ramsey's suggestions on finance, on getting your finances in order. If you're young, you've got time on your side. Definitely check out Dave Ramsey and check out some of his videos and learn about what he calls the baby steps for getting your financial house in order. I would definitely highly recommend that you follow his guidance on that, and you will be wealthy. What about Brooks Brothers? Some of their stuff was good. I don't know about any more nowadays, but yes, a lot of their stuff was made in the US. A lot of their stuff was good. I don't know if it still is, but yeah, you can check out some Brooks Brothers stuff. As long as it's made in the USA, I think you're good to go. Thanks to you, I'll be buying my first Grand Seiko in 11 months for my 30th birthday. A 39 millimeter 9F champagne dial. There you go. That's going to be cool. Cool. That's probably going to be kind of thin, right? Is it like 12 mils thick? How thick is that liquid smoke? How thick is that watch? That could be a wear all the time watch. I forgot about a 9F. Maybe I would go for a something like that if I had to wear it all the time for dress and sport. That might be a good play. 11.9, I believe. Well, there you go. See, that would be better for dress purposes. This is 14 mils, right? So yeah, maybe I would do that for that question. If I could only have one watch, I had to wear it all the time, maybe I'd go with something that's a 9F. I'd probably go with that limited edition one that has the rice link bracelet. That's a really cool watch. If people knew how amazing grade 5 titanium is for a watch, they would never go back to steel. It ruined me for anything other than gold. I agree, Clay. I'm right there with you. This titanium is just absolutely amazing. I mean, you're 100% correct. I wish they would make some of these in the thinner watches that we were just talking about with the 9F movements. I wish they would offer some of those in titanium. That'd be cool. Rumors are they're going to come out with some cool stuff, some new models. Love Rolex. There you go. Well, Rolexes are good pieces, no doubt. All right. Well, I think we've touched on these situations. What do you guys think? Anything else we need to talk about? Can we see a close-up, Craig? I can try to. You want to close up on the diver's watch? Let me see if I can get it to focus. Will Grand Seiko overdo more solid gold? That's a good question. It's a really good question. Okay. Let me see if I can get this in front of the watch, in front of the camera. And let me see if I can get it to focus. Let's see here. First of all, let's focus on that. Oh, sorry, it's moving around, but that's what my hand is doing. My hand is moving. So that's kind of the best I can do. I'm sorry. That's the way the light is. is hitting it. So there you go. But I got a bunch of 4K videos where you can see that. I got to refocus on the chair so that I can sit down and be in focus. Just watch some of my 4K videos on this watch. It's pretty freaking amazing. All right, let me see here. Whoops. What the heck am I doing? Oh, I know what I got to do. Focus in first and move down and focus. There. Now, when I sit down, move the chair back out, I'll be close enough to being in focus. All right. Did you hear about the Citizen O100 new quartz movement? 1 second. Yeah, I have heard about that. Yeah, but it doesn't have all the benefits of the 9F, so I would still stick with the 9F. 9F, I think, is more robust. Gorgeous watch, Seiko by Patek or Rolex. I mean, yeah, Patek has some nice pieces that I've gone through those in some other videos, and Rolex, of course, has some nice pieces. But I want, I'm looking for the highest quality possible, and that's why I bought this. It's just a step up in quality from the Patek and the Rolex. Really beats them both. Beats them both. Sorry. Is the case of your GS titanium or just the bracelet? The whole thing. The only part that's steel is the clasp. The clasp here is stainless steel. The rest, the bracelet and the case and all that's all titanium. So that be the way it is. It was off topic, but that chair don't look very comfortable. Yeah, it's very comfortable. These the floats, these all kind of like float. It's very comfortable. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, nice. Good day from Australia. There you go. Good day. Sure, absolutely. All right, so let me put a link in here to my Japan watches over Swiss. Absolutely. Well, Grand Seiko, of course. Of course. All right, I'm going to put a link to my photos, to my collections, my photo collections, so you can check them out. Let me see here. Okay, we'll put it right there. There you go. All right. What titanium? It's a special alloy that they do. It's sort of like grade 5, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it's their own alloy that they put together, Grand Seiko. It's very tough, very hard stuff. It's about 1.5 times harder than the stainless steel that Rolex uses. So it holds up better, and it's much more comfortable, much better on the skin than having stainless steel right against your skin. Have you seen that ball watch that Mark Goldberg has? Oh boy, polarizing. No, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that he has some ugly watches. He doesn't have a lot of taste. Plenty of automatic daily synchronized watches around. Casio ProTech, for instance, perfectly accurate every day. Yeah, but those things are, have issues. They're more complicated, and the potential for failure is high. So I don't want to go that direction. Happy holidays, Happy New Year. There we go. I don't care about watches when there's chicks in bikinis to look at. There you go. Let's go down to Sarasota, man. How much is this watch retail price and hold value good? Again, if you have to think about the value of your watch, you probably can't afford it. So you probably shouldn't buy it. This watch is $7,100 retail, and you can get a discount on them. But yeah, if you have to worry about the value of your watch, that tells me that you probably cannot afford it. You should not buy it. My Casio is grade 5 titanium. Nice watch. There you go. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm getting ready to go eat. I'm gonna get ready to eat something. That's why if they'd have had the cookies, I'd have bought them for sure. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap. I've got a bunch of oh shoot. Oh, sorry. I got a bunch of videos on all these subjects on my channel here. So if there's something we missed, I'm sure it's in a different video. I'm looking at a new Invicta diver as an investment. Well, there you go. What do you think about Oris watches? Steve's a dealer, the AD that I bought this from. I looked at them. They're okay. They're okay. Blondes or brunettes. Blondes and brunettes are both fantastic. Never pay premiums on brand new mass-produced products, and don't worry about resale potential. There you go. Get a good deal. A lot of these people that have bought 4 or 5 of these steel Rolexes, you know, and given them nicknames like Batman and all this stuff, they are going to get burned when this market takes a dive. They've overextended themselves. What in the world are you going to do with 5 Rolex sport watches in stainless steel? I mean, my goodness, people, what are you all thinking? Craig, if Tudor and Omega Speedmaster had a fight, who would come out victorious? Can you imagine? What is a reasonable discount on a new gold president? I'd try to get 30% off. Get at least 20%, but I'd try to get 30. I have established relationship with my AD. He usually gives me 20% off on past 2 Rolex. Is there more play on gold? Absolutely, there's more room on the gold. Just bought a Steinhardt Ocean 139 millimeter, putting my extra money in stocks for now. Maybe I can get a Grand Seiko in my 30s. Well, there you go. Are you a fan of vintage King Seikos? I've seen a few that look nice. A lot of them I don't like the cases, the case design on a lot of them. I have money just asking, okay? Okay. If you have money, I don't know what the hell you're doing watching this broadcast. But anyway, that's another story. What do you think about Tudor Pelagos Titanium? Pass on any Tudors. Happy New Year and wish all the best, Craig. There you go. We're almost there. Have you ever heard of the Rolex Oyster Quartz? Yes, I have. I wouldn't have one. I don't like an integral bracelet, and I don't like the case design on those. Do you like Tudor GMT as a first watch? No, I'd pass on any Tudors. My wife took the kids. Well, there you go. I own 3 Rolex sport watches. Yeah, sell, sell, sell. Now's the time to sell. There is a $10,000 premium for steel Daytonas, same as a full gold model used. That is playing with fire to hope that paying 10 grand over sticker is going to pay off. Yeah, those people are going to get burned. And some of them probably can't afford it. Some of them are probably putting it on their credit cards. All right, we'll go ahead and show that. Okay. All right, so Pelagos is gorgeous. Yeah, pass on any Tudors. All right, so anyway, I think we've, well, hopefully we've made this point, and this person is not going to make the mistakes they were headed towards making, investing in a bunch of steel Rolexes. Hopefully we've headed that off at the pass. Don't even like Daytonas, prefer divers and GMT. Yeah, I wouldn't buy a Daytona. I'd buy a pre-ceramic, pre-maxi case GMT. Yeah, I'd buy that. But actually I wouldn't. I'd just buy something like this, like I have on my wrist right now. Get a better watch. I like to have the best watch on my wrist. I don't like to have second best. Leather or bracelet? Bracelet, man. See the bracelet? See how gorgeous this bracelet is? I think that speaks for itself. Pelagos is a dog, absolutely. All right, let me put a link in here to my Grand Seiko page so that if anybody needs to learn a little bit, they can take a look at this link. And let's take a look. Durr has the last. My dog took a poop one day, and I named it Tudor Pelagos. There you go. That's right. All right, everybody. Hey, everybody, have a good rest of the weekend. And I say divide and conquer. And I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat something. So carry on, everybody. Carry on.